you see, down is up and up is down with the current Democrat leadership. The problem is they're going to drag us all down with them into their cesspool of failed socialist ideology. But it gets even worse. How exactly? Joining me now, investigative journalist and Daily Ledger contributor Kimberly Dvorak. Kimberly, it does get worse, but I gotta go back to Jerry Brown there for just a minute. It's unbelievable. I mean, he basically is doing the work of La Raza here. He wants to wipe out the border, essentially, between California and Mexico. 20 minutes in and out. Don't worry about passports. Don't worry about us checking your background. Come on through.
Hey, well, I've got a news flash for Jerry Brown. If the folks decide they just want to walk across the border a few miles east of Otay Mesa, they absolutely can do so. So, the borders aren't secure, and the governor really needs to start questioning who exactly is coming across that border. I mean, is it a terrorist? Is it a drug cartel member? Or is it someone fleeing supposed violence in other countries?
And these Border Patrol agents are doing a hell of a job under hellish conditions. Now, on the one hand, they have the Obama administration basically saying, hey, don't do your job. On the other hand, they're trying to do their job, and that is secure the border. And just this week, there was another example of how insecure things are down there and how things are out of control.
Absolutely, yeah. This week we heard audio tape actually out of Border Patrol saying there was a raging firefight taking place and more than 100 rounds were shot. We've also had other reports that Border Patrol has been taking fire from 50 caliber weapons on the south side of the border, and they do not have the armor, the body armor, to protect themselves against something like that. So you're seeing a steady increase in the caliber of weaponry that's being used on our southern border. And as we reported last week here about the cluster bombs, we're seeing an increase in the military grade weaponry that the other side's using, and either getting that to this side of the border or they're taking it from here and getting south. And how they're getting that from military bases ought to very, very strike fear in a lot of people looking at the unsecureness of this southern border.
A 50 caliber round, you talk to our friends in the Army or in the Marine Corps, 50 caliber round, which would possibly happen to strike a border agent, there would be nothing left, essentially. And yet we have, like we said, Governor Moonbeam, and we have the president basically welcoming illegal immigrants with open arms. But it's not just illegal immigrants who are hearing this message. It is people who want to destroy this country, not just criminals and take advantage of this country. I'm talking about destroy this country, and that is terrorists. They're listening too.
Yeah. Well, we do have 9/11 around the corner, and I can say that with law enforcement people we speak with federal agents, everybody is very, very concerned about who exactly is in this country. This week we saw another American citizen fighting on behalf of ISIS that has, perished on the battlefield over in Syria. And you've got people like former CIA Director Porter Goss and Mr. Morrell that came out openly and said, look, our borders aren't secure. We need to be really focusing on this. And oh, by the way, we do have tunnels that are coming underneath our border, and we need to question what exactly is going underneath the border as well as over the border.
Okay, so is there a nexus between what's going on in Israel and Israel trying to obliterate all the border tunnels in its region in the Gaza Strip, which has, of course, been used by Hamas to try and sneak into Israel and create all kinds of mayhem? Is there a nexus between what's going on there and those tunnels and how sophisticated they are and how they're being built and the border tunnels that we're finding along the United States southern border?
Yes, absolutely. We've got intelligence officials stating that there are a lot of similarities here with the tunnels that go underneath the borders here along the southern region, and they have earmarks of Hezbollah and Hamas tunnels. And we know from experience in the Middle East now that terrorists are using these tunnels to bring in all kinds of contraband. They're also using it to bring, supplies in for their people as well, but they're using it to bring contraband and go into Israel or wherever, they want to go to attack Jewish settlers or, Israelis, what have you. Here in this side of the border, the cartels recognize that this is a new revenue stream for them. Yeah. They're a business, so they know they can make money on it, and they've actually, if you go in an intelligence community, people have told me specifically that these tunnels could be anywhere in the Middle East. And that tells you that they're having direct communications with terrorists in the Middle East to help them build these tunnels.
And they're sophisticated. They have air ventilation. They're not just earthen tunnels with dirt falling down on you. They've been supported, of course, by concrete and rebar, and they have rail systems.
Yeah, we have rail systems. They have lighting. They have ventilation, so you can bring things. They have pulley systems to get products, people, drugs, explosives, one way or the other across the border. And we continue to find them. Over the last 10 years, there's been approximately 175 tunnels that have been detected by Department of Homeland Security. And another point I also want to put out here about the worry of who's crossing the border. We talk about MS-13 members crossing the border. There was just a report out just last year that MS-13 was in possession of these SAMs, or surface-to-air missiles, that they were able to get a hold of those, and those we know bring down aircraft. Yeah. So if they're getting those and they're crossing back and forth across the border, not a big stretch to see that we may have something along those lines already in this country.
And members of the House and the Senate on the Democrat side have the gall to come on here and say the border is secure. It's just unbelievable.
Not at all. Yeah.
Kimberly, thanks.
Thank you.
Coming up next.